subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Let's get Elvis Moyo. Mr. Elvis, hop on, sir.
I I actually wasn't expecting to get the mic.
Okay, got it.
But no. But there is so much to unpack on that. And how can you say Black America is the culture of the world? That's a big statement, no?
Ain't it? Ain't that a big statement?
It's a huge statement. And then like, how are you going to say that? That's slightly
Yes, we're the
slightly
world.
arrogant.
Yes, we're the world culture because we've influenced the world. Foundational Black Americans, we have influenced the world, and the world emulates all of our creations and our culture. That's either true or it's not true, sir.
Well, I mean, it's true to a certain extent, but it has to be true in context. The reason why you influence the world is because you're part of the um the version of the empire right now. You're part of the biggest, most influential country in the world right now. So it makes sense that you would influence the world because you are you are
Oh,
the most powerful,
because
most
what you're
influential country.
because what you're trying to say, well, it's white people. That's your way of saying, well, it's really the white people that's promoting us. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm just being realistic. I'm saying that the only way the only reason like the Black American culture is that influential in the world is because America is that influential in the world. If America wasn't as influential in the world as it is, Black American culture would just be like any other culture. Say, for example, if Brazil was the same as America right now, Brazilian culture would be as influential as Black American culture is right now.
Okay. Now, why is American culture so influential?
Just because yeah, it's the most powerful country in the world. Like, it's
Right? Why is the culture so influential? Huh? Because see, the thing is, we are marginalized within the empires. Foundational Black Americans, we're not elevated to in the media like that. We're marginalized. And as a marginalized group, our culture is still the most influential, sir. So it has.
I don't think you are actually marginalized. I mean, yeah, obviously you're marginalized in the sense that you're black and in the way that black people around the world are marginalized, but you're marginalized in the most powerful country in the world. So your marginalization is not the same as Africans being marginalized. It's not the same as
That's
Southern Americans being marginalized. It's not the same as Asians being marginalized. It's not the same.
okay. This country became powerful because of foundational Black Americans. It became powerful because of all the wealth generated from our free labor. That's the only reason this country became as powerful and as wealthy as it became.
I thought the Chinese built railroads.
Who told you that?
I thought that was like a common thing, no? Okay. But forget that. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes,
Now,
I do.
slow
I,
your
I,
ass
I do
down.
that.
Slow your ass down. You thought the Chinese built the railroads. What does that mean?
Sorry, I was just being flippant. There's no reason to take that part seriously. I
That's
was just,
saying, yeah, you were trolling when you said that. Now, see, now, yeah,
I was just being, I do understand that. I understand like why the country got to that stage. Yes, I get that. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about now.
right.
And for you to say that everybody is trying to be like Black Americans is just fundamentally not true. And
Slow down,
nobody's
slow down. I didn't say everybody's trying to be like Black America. We've influenced the world. I'm saying that. We've been influential in the world. We're influencing the world. Elvis, where are you from in West Africa? I hear you're in Britain now, but in West Africa, where's the family from?
I'm not from West Africa. I'm from South Africa. I'm
South
from
Africa,
Zimbabwe. From Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. And I love Zimbabwe. I've been to Zimbabwe, went to Harare, love Zimbabwe. Beautiful people. Okay.
No, respect.
How long have you been in Europe?
Since I was a kid, I was born here.
Got it. Got it. But yeah, when I went to Zimbabwe, you had people out there dressed like foundational Black Americans, listening to foundational Black American music, sir.
I
That's what
mean, like when you say about foundational, yes, but that is to be expected, though. Like, so when Britain was the major power in the world, most of other countries had British culture, and that is why we speak English. When like when a country is the most powerful country in the world, it makes sense that their culture will permeate to all these other countries.
slow down,
But you
slow
can't take that
down,
as like as
slow,
like a flex and just be like, okay, that means like we're better than you. That's
slow,
not what it is.
slow down. Okay. When nobody's saying that they're better, and no, we ain't saying that. Y'all have a bug in y'all ass about our influence. But yeah, British culture. What the hell is British culture? Because yeah, remember the US, the colonies were owned by Britain. Yeah, we speak English because of Britain, but we didn't adopt their culture. We created our own culture. We created the way we dressed. We created our own styles. We created our own the way we made food. You understand? We created our own music outside
Yeah,
the Britons were doing. We put our own, we had an ethnogenesis and put our own spiritual flavor in certain things. That's why it's different from Britain. That's why our food tastes different from theirs. Our music is different. Our dances are different. Our demeanor and style and swag is different. Even the way we worship religions is different than them. Yeah.
yeah, and that's your culture. Yeah, that's great. But all I'm saying is for you to say when you went to Zimbabwe and all there was like FBA tendencies in Zimbabwe and you're saying it like it's a thing that means like Zimbabweans are trying to be FBAs. It's like no,
Didn't say that. Didn't say that.
Zimbabwe,
Say that. Say
yeah,
that. I,
but that was like the connotation.
no, don't connotation me, sir. I did not say that. Now, I wouldn't disrespect the people of Zimbabwe like that. They were very, very sweet people to me. They're very nice, and I'm not saying they were trying to be like foundational Black Americans. I'm saying our influence was there. Our influence was there, sir. You did? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we were influential over there, and even me over there, they rolled out the red carpet for me. They showed me a lot of admiration. So again, the influence that foundational Black Americans have is global, and that is a flex because we are a minority over here and we're marginalized, but we've created so many different parts of the culture that has influenced the globe. So yeah, that is a flex. I will flex on that, sir. But go ahead. Go ahead, brother Elvis. And by the way, Mr. Moyo, foundational Black Americans, we influenced Elvis. Elvis was acting like a foundational Black American. He was singing and dancing like a foundational Black American. So the man that you're named after was influenced by foundational Black Americans, sir. And you got named that.
I know, but I have no control over that.
You're, listen, you're from Zimbabwe and you're named after somebody who was influenced by foundational Black Americans, sir. That shows how deep our shit is. You feel
So
me?
so
Elvis Presley was
so
doing an imitation of us.
in Zimbabwe, like so when I was growing up, it wasn't like so when you say foundation Black Americans, so you're thinking like R&B music, like black music basically, right? In Zimbabwe, yes, so black music was influential, and because we were also black, so the whole styles were like fucking, black. But there was loads of country, so country was also influential. That's like, and
Guess where it came from.
huh?
Guess where country music came from.
Blues, yeah. But
Guess where that came from. Come on, found
sorry, phone keeps blowing up. So where did the blues come from?
foundational Black Americans.
Yes,
Come on now.
actually, actually, country didn't come from the blues. So country is the white version of the blues. So country came from folk came from like white people like singing the same song.
No,
So
no,
it's not the
no,
same thing.
no, 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 no. No, sir, you don't get to sit here and just make up your history, sir. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that, sir. Foundational Black Americans created country music, sir. That is us. This is well documented. You don't get to make up some stuff. You're not about to attribute it to some non-existent white person or whatever. That came from us. You understand? I'll just be clear. Um, People like Jimmy Rogers, these guys said, some of the early white pioneers, they would brag about black people teaching it to them, sir. They would literally brag about it. There's markers in places like Alabama where they talk about these white country stars and the black people who influenced them. You understand? We created these cultures. That was foundational Black Americans, Elvis. And going back to Elvis Presley, he was influenced by foundational Black Americans. He was doing an imitation of us, sir. This is why I say we are the global culture. We influence the globe. Go ahead, brother Elvis. Elvis, unmute your microphone, sir.
No, okay, yeah. So the best thing about being on our mobile phones is you can really quickly look stuff up. So ultimately, country music's roots lie in the ballads, folk songs, and popular songs of the English, Scots, and Irish settlers of the Appalachians and other parts of the South.
All cap. That's all cap. Country music came from railroad songs, sir.
That is Encyclopedia Britannica. Right? So
I,
so are you
sir,
disagreeing with?
yes, I'm disagreeing with them, sir, because okay, so name the first country music artist. Name them. Google that.
How would I know the first country music artist?
Google it. Google. You Googling, get to Googling. Google,
Okay. No, but listen though,
go
it
ahead and Google. Google.
it
Google.
makes no, but listen though, it
No,
makes sense. No, but listen. So please, just let me say something. It makes sense that there was white people who had their own music, which is folk music, and that folk music evolved, and then it became country. And there was black music; they heard their own music, and then that music evolved, and then it became like there was like gospel, and then there was blues. It makes sense. It does. One thing does not have to impact the other.
sir, created all
So
of it.
so just because we're black doesn't mean we have to own everything.
No, no, we ain't no, sir, ain't no we. You're not a foundational Black American. We created it. No, we created it. This was something that we created, and the early white country music artists would admit that they got it from us. They would admit that we were the influences, sir. You understand? This is something that is very well documented, sir. We created these things. So yeah, you if you're gonna Google, keep Googling, find the early white pioneers. And I'm telling you, they're gonna tell you where they got their influences from. And it's black people. You understand? Go ahead, unmute yourself, sir.
I literally just read you where I googled where the country music come from, and that answer that I just read to you was from the Britannica Encyclopedia. That what the answer is. So what else do you want me to Google? Like I
Okay,
cannot Google
but
anything else.
and that's not a thorough answer because that encyclopedia, whatever you looked up, that's not telling the whole truth, sir. I want you to look up if you can look up that and it's telling you that country music came from white people in the Appalachian Mountains or whatever, okay, then find the first white country music artist and then
It
find out who they got the who were the first white country music artists.
Yeah, so maybe country was a mixture of folk and blues. Yeah, maybe that might make sense. But you can't say like country music came from like foundation of Black Americans.
Yeah.
Like that's just not a fact. It's
Okay.
just not.
The father of country music, sir, is a man named Jimmy Rogers. That's the father of music. Can you Google that? Let's do some history lessons here. Jimmy Rogers is the father of country music. The first
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm going to Google that as you speak. Carry on.
Jimmy Rogers, all right, the first big music star. He got his own mouth. He said he got his inspiration from the black railroad workers he worked with. He worked as a brakeman on the railroads. It was the black men singing railroad songs. He saw them doing that and he did it and he became a country music star. He became the father of country. So this is well documented. That's the first big country music star. He said he got it from the blacks on the railroads. That's him saying that. It's not me. They got it from us, sir. We've been doing that stuff. We were singing these songs on the railroads. Damn, we created it, sir. Damn, this is what I'm saying. I know it's hard to believe we're so amazing, but damn it, we are so amazing. We create
Um,
stuff. That's what we do, sir. There's another
I
group.
I
There's another.
I am not.
No, no,
I'm not.
no, no. Let's
I'm
keep
not.
going. Let's keep going. Another group, the Carter family, another pioneering country music group. And they were influenced by the Appalachian, but they were listening to black people. They got it from the black folks. They said this. Yeah? Hank Williams, another one of them. Hank Williams was a huge country music superstar. He was mentored by a dude named Rufus Payne. They got a marker down in Alabama of Rufus Payne, I think. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. They got a marker of Rufus Payne down in Alabama. He was mentored by him, sir. All of them got it from us. They would admit this stuff, sir. They would brag because they said, hey, I'm very authentic because the Negro taught me. You understand? It's like basically, in order for them to have any credibility, they would have to show that a black person mentored them. That was their clout back then. That's how they got clout. When a white country artist showed up, they're like, "Hey, who are you?" Yeah, I'm such and such. Well, why should we listen to you? Well, the black guy taught me. Oh, okay. Well, let me hear what you got. It was that. That was your level of authenticity, was if you could show that a black person gave you the game. You were mentored by a black person, that showed that you were more authentic as a country music artist. That's how thorough we were, sir.
Country music Eminem.
Go ahead, sir.
Country music Eminem. Um
Right.
um.
Right. Just like Eminem. Let's go to Eminem, for example. Eminem was around for a long time. When did Eminem blow up? He blew up when he got next to damn Dr. Dre.
Exactly.
You know,
So
same thing. Same thing back then. It was a bunch of Dr. Dre's back then, and that gave them authenticity, sir. That's how influential we are, brother. You know, foundational Black America, we're phenomenal people, sir.
I don't decry you guys. I don't decry Black Americans having pride for their culture and being like, yeah. But what I do disagree with is foundational Black Americans just co-opting like all this random shit, and then all of a sudden, like foundational Black Americans invented electricity and gravity and shit. It's just like no, but
Okay,
there was something
no,
that
no,
there's something that
no, stop. Nobody said they created no damn gravity. Now you sound like a 4chan troll. See, that, and let's be real. A lot of this is passive aggressive contempt. Let's be real, because you saying a lot of real 4chanish stuff, and a lot of it is
no,
a lot of passive aggressiveness and contempt,
no.
sir. And you got to get over that. A lot of
How can it be contempt when I said like I agree with
no,
Black Americans having like
no,
being part of the culture.
no,
How
sir.
can that be
A lot,
contempt?
sir. A lot of this is passive aggressiveness, sir, and a lot of contempt. Right? Oh, you think you're better than us? When you start saying that, that's contempt. And yeah, it shouldn't be like that, because we as foundational Black Americans, for the longest time, we were like, hey, y'all are global African brothers. We were like, hey, y'all are brothers. We can share this together and all of that. But damn, we saw this kind of low key contempt that you have. And we're like, everybody just kind of hold their own nuts. That's the vibe we got on because of that contempt that you have, sir. We can hear it. We can hear the contempt you have. You're trying to disguise it, but it keeps coming out, sir. There's a certain level of contempt that you have for us. Oh, you did not invent everything. Oh, you niggas did not invent everything. We kind of did invent a lot of stuff. And there's contempt that you guys have for that because we are the face of Blackness globally.
Right.
And,
So
and
I
we're
am an
not,
African man.
and
I'm an African man who lives in the UK, and I can guarantee you, like most black dudes, like the most black dudes who are not in America do not think about foundational Black Americans at all. Like we do not think, or that we don't think about you guys to have contempt.
sir, y'all stay in our damn spaces. You ain't about to, man, FBA family, don't these folks stay in our spaces 24 damn hours a day? Man, y'all stay in our damn spaces. We can't hold a space without y'all being up in there, ear hustling. Man, y'all have whole pages on here where y'all sit up here whining and trolling at us all damn day. FBA family, don't y'all see these tethers? Not the riders, but the tether class, 24-hour trolling and whining. Some of these foreign dudes got whole pages with nothing but FBA whining on it. Just nonstop. That's all they think about. So you ain't gonna do that. We stay on the damn brain of these folks. So now you're not gonna play that one off, sir. It's a lot of contempt that some people have for foundational Black Americans, and a lot of it is due to jealousy. It's a lot of jealousy and contempt, sir. And we're saying, hey, it don't have to be like that. But it's a lot of insecurity that's being projected on us because, especially because we've delineated. So now people can kind of latch on and leech off of our accomplishments. Everybody has to hold their own nuts. And now people are looking funny style because they ain't got no wins on the board like that. They ain't got no notches on the board. And we do. And then people feel a certain way about that. And it shouldn't be like that.
Okay,
Right?
can I give you a real world example? Right. A real world example is me. I do go and fund FBA spaces just because you guys are interesting and you say some magic and I just go on there. This is a real world example. I would never have thought black people would be like this against other black people. I would have thought
Like
black
what?
people.
Like what? What? Like like
No, but
what?
listen,
Like
let me. So I would have thought like black people just in general would be like, okay, let's fight white people. Let's win that fight first, and then we can fight the Africans, and then we can fight the Caribbeans. But let's fight them once first. Let's win that fight rather than just picking on like fighting the Africans and the people that look like you. Why not just like fight the actual fight that is happening right now? And that's the problem with the FBA movement is too focused on fighting on being against other black people, and then you just like claiming that, oh, we are blackness, that this is our thing. No, forget that. Fight the main fight. Fight the main fight that's actually happening right in front of your face every day, and then try to win that fight, and then we can like fight amongst ourselves.
Then how come y'all fighting each other in Africa and you're so tribalistic? The fight is over there. So what you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But in Africa, we're fighting amongst ourselves. Like,
Right.
but we're still fighting. We're still fighting against white people. Like, we're still fighting the
Hey,
white supremacy. We're still
no,
fighting the white supremacy, like
no,
narrative.
no, you're not. You're fighting each other. You're more tribal over there than any place, sir. Y'all tribal as hell over there, and you can get colonized overnight by different groups because everybody's so damn splintered. The Asians and the white supremacists can just walk off over there and run things within a couple of days because people are so splintered and they're fighting each other. How you gonna point the finger to us, sir?
I'm not pointing a finger. All I'm just stating a fact. Just fight the good fight where you're at,
How come
and then you can like start fighting other black people.
how come you're fighting other black people in your homeland, committing damn genocides over there, the Rwandan genocide in West Africa, all types of genocides and wars, East Africa, the Tigray, all of they're warring with each other over there. All over that place, people are slaughtering each other based on tribalist nonsense. And you're
Yeah,
telling gotta fight the good fight?
yeah, yeah, yes, yeah, yes. But listen though, Africa has got like 1 point something billion people. The US has got 200 and something, like so that's a billion people. There's always going to be like fucking arms, and there's a billion people. There's a billion different people who have like, a billion different ways of thinking, and there's billion different tribes. That's a billion people. There's always going to be like
But
arms.
all the people, then how come y'all can't get it together then with all of them people? Y'all should be able to get some groups of people more
Yeah,
codified, build something. We are a minority over here. There's only 43 million of us, and we get on code long enough to get some things popping.
yeah. Yes, but we do have like people on codes. That's what they call countries. So so Zimbabwe is on code. The Zimbabweans, that's why they're on code as being Zimbabweans. South
Sir,
Africans, their
listen,
code as
sir,
being South
there's
Africans.
different tribal groups in Zimbabwe now. All right. I love Zimbabwe. They treated me very, very wonderfully over there, sir. But there's different tribal groups in Zimbabwe. So what you talking?
Yes, 100%, 100%, 100%. But in the same way that there's southern US people, so there's people from Mississippi and there's people from New York.
Yeah, but we're all on the same page with each other. We don't look at ourselves as different tribal groups. That's why we get on code with each other. So a person in Alabama, for example, a person in Alabama can start a dance in a few weeks. That same dance will be out here with black people. We'll be doing the same dance. A person in South Carolina will have a slang term. A month or so later, a person in Sacramento will have the same slang term. So we, through osmosis and because of our lineage as foundational Black Americans, we pick up on certain things and share them culturally all over the country, sir, because we're on code with each other for the most part. For the most part, as far as certain things.
Exactly. So what makes you think yes, there are some countries in Africa where it's different, but so Africa's like a shitload of countries, there's a billion people. So I'll give you an example. In Zimbabwe, like there's two main tribes, and Ndebele's and Shonas. I'm in Ndebele, and there's Shonas,
Right.
and we don't like each other, but we both know like if anybody comes to us, we're both Zimbabweans. Like it doesn't matter what
But
just
those tribes have little
just because
subgroup, even though no, because those y'all got like little sub tribes within that. Y'all got the Zazuru and the Karanga and the Mayinka and all that shit within those,
yeah.
right?
But when anybody comes to us, it's just like having a big family. Like we might argue amongst ourselves, but if anybody comes against us, then we're all Zimbabweans. And that's exactly the same thing in the US. So why would you not think like it's the same thing in every country in Africa? And Africa is not one big homogeneous. Like, it's all different countries because Africa is huge, right? So all these little countries in Africa are individually the same. Like so, you've got these people. They might argue amongst each other.
But
They might have different tribes. But when push comes to shove, they are going to be the same country.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Over there in Africa, sir. Oh, now in Zimbabwe. I go to them Zimbabwe in particular. Um, because of the tribal splinterness that's going on. Um, a lot of the people running things are the foreigners. Like I saw a lot of the East Indians running things over there, and the Arabs over there in the merchant class. When I went to all the shops over there, those were Arabs and East Indians running that. Over there in the nice areas, those were the East Indians and the Arabs living in those nice places. Went over there by Robert Mugabe's big home over there. I went over there by his house. In that neighborhood, which is a very nice neighborhood, bunch of Arabs and East Indians, sir. So
That is,
the financial
that,
class, they come over there in small numbers and get on code with the other people within their ethnic group, and they can dominate and control the flow of the income, sir. So this is what I'm saying. Certain people know how to get on code, and it's the foreigners. How come y'all don't get on code and put them tribal beefs aside, huh?
that is what's happening right now in Africa. The problem is right. So Africa is essentially it's a third world continent. So we are growing, we're maturing, right? So you cannot judge Africa the way that you are in the US because the US is like the country, right? So you are living in the basically the empirical country. So you cannot judge like another country which is now just growing and just be like, okay, so well, why you know like that? Uh, that's just not fair because you guys had to go through that same stage, and so when these other countries are going through that same state, why would you like look down on them and just be like, oh, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing this? Because like if you're being honest, like say like what fucking I don't know how many hundred years ago is, and when there was slavery, right? So there was slavery in the US, and then there was no slavery, say, in the UK or France or anything. So imagine all those UK people, the British people, and the French people just looking at the US and be like, oh, hang on a second, why have you got like slavery? Like, you guys ain't shit. Like, what the fuck's going on? Your country was growing. So why could you not just let Africa just grow? Just let Africa just mature like naturally and do not denigrate this fucking place. Just be calm about
Nobody denigrates and abandons Africa more than Africans. You've denigrated your homeland, sir, by leaving. You're not there. You've done Africa a disservice. I'm not from Africa, sir. Nobody in my family's been in Africa for half of a millennia. Nobody's from my family over there, sir. That's your direct lineage. You're a continental African, and
it.
the
But
band
how does that change the point that I just made?
because you're the one denigrating your homeland because you left it and you're not doing anything to elevate it, sir. Y'all got this thing where y'all want the building up of your nation to be our responsibility. I haven't denigrated your nation, sir. I'm telling you the truth because you're projecting a lot of stuff onto us, talking about us attacking Africans. We're not. Us bullying Africans, that's a projection. We're not bullying you. You get in our room talking crazy, you get checked. Sir, you guys bully each other. That's the problem. The fighting is over there. You guys are fighting with each other. That's why y'all not building anything. That's why you're getting dominated, sir. That's why you left. You're not even over there, sir. You understand? And y'all want us to keep the capes on, and we're just not going to do that. It's time for you to start putting in some work. That's what it is. But anyway, sir, thank you, Mr. Moyo. Yeah, because now I'm getting bored. You're just kind of saying the same thing over. Thank you so much. All right. Good Lord, man. Yeah, nobody's denigrating your homeland. You're the one leaving, telling us don't fight this and don't be fighting that. And you guys are fighting each other left and right over there. No, no, no. You're not going to project all that stuff onto us. We're not going to play that game. We still got a lot of people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Let me go to bed. It's getting late. Anyway, y'all, it's been real. Everybody, look, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum, ladies and gentlemen. hiddenhistorymuseum.com. I thank everybody who stood up late and chopped it up with us. Go to rootworkstyle.com to get the Rootwork deodorant. I'm out of here. Papi Akute, Lola Vuve to the family. Peace. Family, our FBA brother Castaway has released a new project entitled God Was a Slave, and it's available now on all platforms. So let's get behind our brother and support this project. Our FBA brother is calling out white supremacy, injustices, and racism towards black men, women, and children in this latest project. So go check it out now and be sure to share it.